fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Q Show here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Deku, and well, Mirako. Now, in the last part, Deku, after he bought the Bakugus a house, he moved them into it. Along with that, he even did talk to Mirako, who did actually ask him if they could go out to dinner on Friday night. Now, Deku, he actually did agree to this, and meanwhile we actually did have Mirako, who she wasn't really too sure how to respond to this guy. This guy doesn't really see her as a very intimidating person to talk to, and that's something new for her. Most men are off-put by the way she does present herself and act, since they see her as, in the best and easiest way to explain, a muscle-bound meathead. Now, that is what is currently going on with her. She found a guy she can talk to, respect, and isn't off-put by her. And it's actually kind of strange. Now, with that being said, the two did go out to dinner. And we do have where they were seated and starting to talk to one another. So, Mirako, how are you? I'm good. I could be better, however. Work has not really been fun. I see. So, this is actually a very pleasant evening so far. I've been a bit busy with your hero gear and stuff like that, and I actually have gotten around to working on it. However, right now I'd say I'm delayed on it, since we're currently doing this. I see. So, are you in work mode or, well, personal mode? I see you remembered that. Well, right now I'm actually kind of a bit of both. Earlier today I was a little busy with another project of mine. Me and an entire team of people were actually working on our, well, synthetic nerves. Synthetic nerves? Yeah. I had at least 2 members of the team that have been assigned to me, program robots with certain specifications. I've had 2 members of the team collect materials and actually get the blueprints programmed and a code written for it. I let them use a basic algorithm that I myself have created. And then there's also the fact that another member of my team, I at least showed them the model of what I had in mind. Currently they're heading them, while I myself am managing the project. And it's actually going to get more complex as things do go along. I've told them and informed them that if anything does seem off, to please contact me, and that they need to specifically follow my blueprints to the instruction. Many of them themselves, they're continuing on, as Mirako is just trying to think. Fuck, I'm already lost. Okay. Now, Mirako, she just let Deku continue to talk, until Deku can actually see that she's just staring off at him. Oh, sorry. I see that I'm boring you with this. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm, well, just not really a tech head like you are, if that does make sense. I see, yeah. It does. Don't worry about it. So, what about you? Oh, me. Okay, perfect. Okay, no, I just need to keep talking and try and control the situation. Maybe then I'll at least get some information on this guy too. I know more about him than he knows about me. Well, I mean, work hasn't really been too good either for me. Honestly, it's kind of difficult and hard. I'm trying to be a very good pro hero, but currently, working for my friend's company, it's a bit more complicated. Your friend? Yeah, my friend Ryuko. Wait, the dragon hero? Yes, her. She's number 10 on the hero charts. You know the number 10 hero? Yes, I do actually. Me and her, well, we're somewhat friendly. I myself kind of got stuck on an internship with her whenever we worked for a similar hero company. I was a freshman and she was a third year. We talked to one another and we actually became very friendly. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I may not have gone to UA, but she did. Hmm, that's pretty cool. Thank you. Anyways, I've been talking with her and thinking about how I should start my own hero company. I technically do have other people with me who they would like to see their own hero company, and mainly they actually like my work ethic. Hmm? Interesting. Now, Mirko should just think, okay, she's got the conversation rolling. But a lot of people, they don't really seem to think too much of me. Hmm? What do you mean by that? Well, I mean, many of them, they just see it as I can try, but many of them, they see it as I'll fail. Honestly, I myself am kind of concerned about the risk. Hmm? What do you mean? Well, personally, I am. I know for a fact that I would succeed. However, my concern is that our hero company wouldn't be that large. I myself do want to become a very, very good pro. And I see this obstacle as the problem. Getting the ball rolling and starting things off. Oh, that does make sense. So you're concerned about failure and how poor planning could ultimately destroy your company. Yes, well, my agency. All we would really need to do is submit a form and get a place rented out. Then we go from there. We use an agency name, and as the lead hero, I would be in charge. Hmm. Well, that is interesting. However, I think you're also forgetting one thing. What? Being in charge of an agency that big, it does get easier the more people you have with you. The whole problem with you is you don't think people would value you as a leader. What? Yes, it's what I'm saying. You yourself have your own self doubts. You're second guessing yourself, and you're conflicted with that. However, I can tell from speaking with you in the first time we met, you jump right into action. You're not afraid. And you're more worried about letting the perp get away than you are with your own personal safety. I'd say a lot of people actually would like your work ethic. There are some things you could change eventually. However, that's just it. You are a hero who will move without thinking. And that is not bad. Find people who will respect that. Find people similar to you and who can make up for some flaws. You are not a perfect person, nor are you a perfect creature. You are strong and capable. However, there are problems that not even you can't solve alone. That is why I hired my team, and it's why I have funding and companies helping me. Really? Now, you do actually have the server who just come walking up, asking these two if they would like a glass of wine, or at least a bottle of wine with their dinner. Hmm? Please. Uh, well, Miss Hero, would you? Hmm? Sure. Ma'am, you're a pro hero? Just ignore what he said, sorry. It's a little inside joke. Now, she would actually turn back to Deku. People don't know I'm a pro hero. Oh, my bad. I assume that you were known. Hmm? Listen, you don't have to say it out loud. Okay, I apologize. However, I do not know your name. You still have yet to tell me that detail. You know so much about me, but I know very little about you. So, would you mind telling me your name, Miss Mirako? Now, you do actually have Mirako, who she's realizing a few things. This hasn't gone as planned. She's supposed to be keeping this guy on a tight leash, but he's not even on the collar. Okay, fine. Now, she is thinking, I can get this back on track. Just keep talking. My name is, well, Rumi Asagiyama. I'm not too sure to say that last name. Now, she does talk about how she is actually from a family where they have a similar quirk to her own. I'm sorry? My parents possess rabbit-like features like me. In fact, it's actually not that bad. However, my quirk is a variant. I'm one with less rabbit-like features, but more of the other things. Other things. Like instinct. Oh, I see. So what exactly does that mean? Well, it's kind of like you said. I sort of ignore my natural brain safety warning for fight or flight. I'm raised tough. So for me, fight or flight doesn't exist. It's more fight. Oh, that makes sense. That actually does go around certain things I've been thinking about you. You think about me? Well, yes, I do. Rumi. Now, she was actually going to freeze somewhat, as Deku is just sitting across from her. The person setting down 2 glasses of wine as they do go to leave with the bottle. Excuse me. Yes, sir? Please leave that with us. I'll pay for it, of course. Yes, sir. Them sitting it down. Now, Deku does go to pick up the glass, as he does go to bring it up. Well, Miss Usagiyama, it's a pleasure to meet you. Now, she's just going to pick up her glass, talking about how it's a pleasure to meet him, Mr. Bakugo. The two cling glasses and actually want to drink. Now, we actually do have a few minutes later, where their conversation has been going good, and they've both eaten. And, well, they've actually at least finished half the bottle. As we do have our Deku, he does ask her if she would like to leave. Why, certainly. I see. You're a bit of a lightweight. No, I'm not. Oh, please. I can already tell that you're being affected by alcohol. I am too, actually. It's a pretty strong bottle. Why do you sound so tired? I've been up very early today. So, Deku going to stretch. Talking about how he's a very busy man. Now, Deku does going to stand up, as he does turn and ask the server for the check. Yes, sir. Now, Deku does do a few things. I'm going to pull out his wallet and pull out a handful of cash. Let's see, our food, the bottle of wine. Deku going to set a certain amount. As Mirako just looked down at the table. Deku just set down about $400. Was our meal really that expensive? Not really. They're going to grab the bottle of wine, talking about how their meal was about $250, and he is at least leaving a small tip. A tip? Well, yes, certainly. If I'm correct, that kid needs it. Really. Don't you think you're being a bit more, well, flashy with your money? No, I know, I don't. In fact, I believe this is a perfect amount. Besides, ugh, the night's still young, isn't it? You read my mind. Now, the two do go walking out of the restaurant, as the person does return with the check, and they actually look down at the table, as they do go to collect it and look down at the number, as they do realize that Deku just left them with a huge tip. Now, this person's ecstatic, as Deku and Mirako do head out of the restaurant. Now, you do actually have where Mirako does talk about how Deku, he can't really drink and drive, since, as a hero, she will not allow that. Alright, fine. So, what do I at least do with the bottle? Well, public intoxication is a crime. However, I think as long as nobody does see you, Mirako is going to actually reach out for the bottle, talking about how it will all be fine. As a hero, she will be confiscating this. Now, the two actually do start to walk down the streets, as eventually they do actually end up at a park, or I believe a very large park by the river. Now, Deku and her, they're both walking, and eventually they do sit down and at least start to drink from the bottle, as Mirako just talk about how this has actually been a pretty nice night. Has it now? It has, actually. Jeez. I can't remember the last time I was this stress-free. Really. Now, Deku actually has turned to Mirako, as he does talk about how she doesn't really seem as feisty as she's made herself out to be. Please. Right now, I'm very calm and tame. However, if I wanted to... If you wanted to, what? I could. Now, you do actually have Deku just turn to Mirako, as he's going to grab the bottle from her and actually to pull it away. Mirako going to reach out for the bottle as she's leaning close to Deku, as she was going to freeze for a second as Deku is going to bring up his left hand, and actually going to bring his finger onto her chin. If you wanted to, what? Now, Mirako, she actually going to stand up a bit, as she actually is going to bring up her hand and put it onto Deku's chin, as she's going to reach out for the bottle, talking about how if she wanted to, she could. And that's Deku. He isn't someone she can be easily intimidated by. Really now. Now, Mirako and Deku are having a stare down. As Mirako, she actually does feel her heart being a bit faster. And Deku and her are staring each other dead in the eyes. As Deku, he actually is going to somewhat breathe a little bit harder. And Mirako, she does feel his breath on her lips. As Mirako, she is going to somewhat lean in a little bit more. And Deku, he does as well. Now, the moment before these two kiss, you actually have Mirako does going to grab the bottle and actually pull away a bit, talking about how if Deku does want to kiss, then he's going to have to work a little bit harder than that. Now, Deku, he actually does go from somewhat frozen to somewhat actually just a bit, well, disappointed. Alright, you got me there. So, exactly how should this night end? Well, I'd say that this bottle here will make a good memento. I do appreciate you taking me out for a date. It was my pleasure. However, I do find it quite fascinating what would that be? Well, I can finally see your tail. Hmm? And what about it? Her going to bring her hand up with a bottle to hide her tail. Ash just looked back towards Deku. Nothing. It's just very fascinating. Is it now? Yes, it is. In fact, I'd say I have more ideas for Hero Gear. Now you're back in work mode, right? Not exactly. But I might have something in mind. Now, you do actually have Mirakuda's gonna leave, talking about how she'll call Deku again. And Deku, yeah. He does head home, as he does head back to his car, and I'm gonna turn it on, as he does actually enable something on the vehicle that will allow it to drive itself. As Deku is gonna lean back and just think about the night. Now, while Deku does reminisce on the conversations, he does just think, Rumi, it's a very nice name. Now, we do actually have Mirako, who she is actually walking home. And she actually does get there pretty quickly, as she does call Ryuko and talk to her on the phone, as she does ask how the date did go. And you do actually have Mirako does sound very embarrassed, talking about how it didn't exactly go as planned. What happened? Well, he was nice. And it was interesting. He talked to me, he listened, he even explained a few things. He reassured me on my doubts about starting a hero company. Really? Yeah, he said a lot of things that just made sense. Did he now? Yes, he did. I even gave him my name. What? Do you really think that was a good idea? Well, he can't just call me Miracle all the time. And, well, we had dinner, then we left and went to a park. Miracle, what happened after that? Well, he talked about. We talked a bit more. Things got intense. We almost kissed, and I wanted to test him a bit. I wanted to see if he really could match my intensity. Okay. Did you two do anything? What? No, we're both kind of drunk, but how did you get home? I ran? I jumped? Okay, now explain to me the whole story. Now, Mirako, she would tell us. Her actually being embarrassed, asking her friend what to do. And this is actually very surprising. A guy who can actually put Mirako on edge. And, well, this is a new side to her. The intense rabbit hero is currently drunk and embarrassed on the phone talking about a guy. Now she has definitely seen everything. And, well, Ryuko is actually very intrigued. She wants to meet this guy, Izuku Bakugo, the famous hero tech creator. A man who apparently doesn't seem to be very intimidated. However, he knows how to put someone else there. Now, you do actually have where Deku, he does mention Mirako, talking about how tomorrow he's going to at least try and give her Hero Gear a test. And maybe then they can figure out what to do from there. Now, Mirako, she just won't respond to that, as she does respond quickly and then just leave it alone, as she does go back to talking to her friends. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.